Right here looking at me. All right.
Bada bing, bada bang, and we live, champ. We're Sammy Davis Jr. live.
Oh yeah.
We're Sammy Davis Jr. live, all right?
Oh yeah.
That part be smart.
That part be smart.
My blood pressure is building.
Mm-hmm.
That part be
One
smart.
of those days.
My blood pressure is building.
One of them days. Just one of them days.
That part be smart. That part be smart. L.O.T.S. Media.
Bow.
Bow, 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 bow.
How you like me now?
Y'all know what's up.
Yeah.
In the building.
Yeah.
Rested up. Had a whole week to rest. You dig?
Yeah. Yeah.
Whole week to rest.
Basically. Little 2 week. You know what I mean?
Looking good. Feeling like a champ right now. Feeling like $1 million.
Yeah, man.
Well rested.
Trying to play that Rocky anthem in my head. You know what I'm saying?
That's my theme music right there. Rocky, you can't do it. If he dies, he dies. That part. That's a champion. That's a champion's intro for true champions. All right. L.O.T.S. Media. Bow. This is the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast. All right. Brought to you, powered by
Messenger.
That part, powered by L.O.T.S. Media. That part, be smart. You know what it is. Episode number 24. 4. Episode number 24. You know what it is.
24.
That part, be smart. All right.
Yeah, man. How you feeling?
Let me get right.
How you
These
feeling?
YouTube streets, I feel it. I ain't gonna lie, I feel the exit.
Okay.
We took off last week. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I feel the hella good. We took off. We needed that, bro.
Yeah.
No lie. We go with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We've been having some hard times these past few weeks.
Yeah.
All right. And well, I feel like you deserve that rest. Even though I know if it was up to you, we would have went on last week.
Yeah, that's true. But I feel you as my brother. You already know. You feel my pain as well. You feel me? So
that part. So I know my brother needed rest.
I respect you and love you for that. You already know what time
that part.
It is.
Love right back at you. Right back at you, champ. Boom. How that nigga Kodak say? Boomerang. Right back at you. Boomerang. Love.
Boomerang. Yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. You know.
We got some things to talk about this week. You want to go down the list? How about you go down the list a little bit? And I'll fill in the blanks. You take the lead today.
Hold on, let me see what we got to talk about today. We got to talk about Malcolm X family to sue the NYPD with an agent's deathbed confession. That's very interesting.
This is the 58th anniversary. 58th anniversary of the assassination of Malcolm X. All right. That part. We'll talk a little bit more about that.
That's also interesting on top of that subject. You know what I'm saying? The city of San Francisco announces that it plans to give $5 million in reparations to each Black residents.
Facts. City of San Francisco. Shout out to San Francisco. This is called reparations. All right. They're giving out reparations, $5 million to every resident. If you was a more than 10-year resident of San Francisco native, you will receive $5 million for being Black. All right, clap it up for yourself. Clap it up for yourself. Reparations. San Francisco is gonna be the first of all states, cities that's gonna get reparations. All right, so we clapping it up for San Francisco. All right, 40 acres of the mule. That part, we want ours, and I want mine too. You know what I mean? Go ahead,
man. So we trying to move. I don't know about moving to San Francisco. I'm a day
It's too late.
player.
It's too late. You got to be there for 10 years. So you know, niggas, cats are gonna try to be slick and try to move there real quick. You know what I mean? Switch up their address and say get a quick little apartment, even though you probably can't afford it at this point. You got to wait till you get the $5 million. But we'll talk about that.
Them apartments gonna go up.
Niggas out there slick. Don't be slick out there.
And they think they slick with them reparations too. Them apartments that used to be $1,200 gonna be $5,000 a month now. Get up out of here.
Oh man, I can imagine.
I can imagine.
Go to the
next. Young Miami says she never wants to get married. I wonder why.
Shout out to the home team. Shout out to City Girls, City Boys up. Shout out to City Girls, Young Miami says she never wants to be married.
Tyler Perry engaging in conversations on purchasing Paramount and stakes in BT.
Who that? Tyler Perry? Rich ass Tyler Perry. Shout out to Tyler Perry, rich ass Tyler Perry. All right, he want to buy BT, and Puff want to buy BT too. So that's two rich black moguls, all right, that we know of that want to purchase BT. And Puffy wants majority stake of BT, all right, not partial. Majority stake of BET. So shout out to Puff Daddy, and he's looking forward to the acquisition of BET, Black Entertainment.
You know what I'm saying? Same way we was continuing that Rocky anthem earlier. Creed 3 earns 100 million in the box office worldwide. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Mike. What's his name? Michael what? What's his name?
Michael B. Jordan.
Mm-hmm. Michael B. Jordan. Shout out to Creed, the franchise of Creed. Bringing in them numbers, international numbers. Shout out to Creed and Sylvester Stallone. You got snuff for that one. Shout out to Paul Bizzle in the building. Big up to Paul Bizzle in the building.
And your boy Jake Paul was surrounded by members of 50 Team outside the American Airlines Arena.
Who that?
I guess your boy Jake Paul of Floyd May. He was surrounded by Floyd Mayweather's team, and I think Floyd was there too. I think
Jake Paul, Floyd up to shots fired. Floyd up to shenanigans again. All right, Floyd surrounded him, and that's funny how we'll talk about that too. But he was subject to that at one point too.
And the acronym of you saying shots fired, that's crazy. Sean Kemp charged with a drive-by shooting in broad daylight.
Sean Kemp, shout out to Sean Kemp.
Drive-by video leak. The daytime video link was leaked. Wow.
Daytime. So Sean Kemp, you know, Sean Kemp just did a drive-by, so we know about Sean Kemp. I know he's not just known for dunking, all right? He's not just known for the dunking
or shooting on the court.
All right.
He's just not for shooting on the court no more.
Kemp is gangster. All right.
Yeah, man. We ain't
talking about Sean Kemp. We'll talk about that too.
Shout out to Sean Kemp.
I was wondering what happened to Sean Kemp. I haven't heard about Sean Kemp in a minute. All right. So we'll speak about that.
Yeah, and 4 people kidnapped in Mexico going for cosmetic procedures. 2 found dead, 2 alive. And
listen. We were supposed to speak about that last week. We're going to speak about that this week. The 4 gentlemen that passed, 2 gentlemen passed away in Mexico. 4 black individuals, all right? 2 of them got murdered in Mexico. 2 of them were found, all right?
No, one of them was a woman. And one of them,
Facts.
One of them was a woman going for a procedure. And I think they found the other 2. And I think it was a Mexican cartel that took acknowledgement. They took
We'll talk about it. We'll speak about more the Mexican cartel. We'll speak more about that. Just give them the beginning.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So basically that's what it is, man. So they was found dead, 2 alive. You know what I mean? Shamrock Publishing acquires Metro Boomin Publishing for $70 million.
Shout out to Metro Boomin cashing in. He's cashing in with that catalog. Same way Future just cashed in. Same way Murder Inc. just cashed in. Same way Justin Bieber just cashed in. So now he's gonna cash in too. Shout out to Metro Boomin.
And YouTuber Omni and the Hellcat sentenced to 5.5 years in federal prison, ordered to forfeit $30 million in cash.
Omni the Hellcat. You guys know Omni the Hellcat. That's a YouTube guy right there. YouTube personality. He has the shoes out. The shoes he's known for copying those same shoes that Michael Jordan got. All right. He's very successful in doing that. Shout out to Omni the Hellcat. 5.5 years to be exact.
And he has to forfeit 30 million.
30 million. And they finna take his cars, and we'll speak about that. But you know he got all types of luxury whips and shit. All right.
Yeah.
So we'll speak about Omni and the Hellcat. If y'all don't know about Omni and the Hellcat, that's a YouTube personality.
And we also got Jay Morant suspended for 8 games indefinitely till they decide what they're gonna do with him and the
John Morant.
The
gangster.
Morant. Yeah.
John Morant, the gangster, the NBA gangster. Shout out to John Morant.
Hey,
we'll speak about that too.
Yeah, there's always one
pulling out pistols. Yeah.
Yeah, man. There's always one, man.
Influenced by hip hop, John Morant,
Yeah, man. There's
NBA
always
YoungBoy.
one.
What else have we got, man? What else we got? We got a lot to talk about, brother.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's been a long, what we say? It's been a
Talk
long
about America. We're gonna talk about America and niggas. They talking about
we talk
a warrant for Putin.
Vladimir,
All right, they got a warrant for
Vladimir
Vladimir Putin.
Yeah.
The International Criminal Courts. All right, ICCC.
Yeah, the ICC. The ICC.
All right, so listen, man.
Yeah,
let's talk about. Let's start off with that. All right.
Okay.
What we want to kick it off with, man?
Mm-hmm.
Let's kick it off with. Let me see here. Tosh, what up? What up, Tosh? Shout out to Tosh in the building.
Hola, Tosh.
Let me go into my list right here, brother.
How was your vacation back in the bottom?
All right. Shout out to Tosh in the building. Listen, let's talk about it. Malcolm X. Malcolm X. All right. This is the anniversary, 58th anniversary of Malcolm X's assassination. All right. In which there was two gentlemen that sued that they got a settlement for New York courts. All right. They settled out. Two gentlemen that were wrongfully accused of Malcolm X's murder. All right. And on the heels of that, now you have Malcolm X's family. They have a lawsuit too. All right. Wow. So they're going for a lawsuit also on the heels of that. All right. And they're saying that they have there was an involvement that the law had an involvement in the murder of Malcolm X. I'm not going to go too much into that because you guys know once we start speaking of that and then our numbers go down, that's that shadow banning. So we got to be careful when we're speaking about certain things. But Malcolm X's family they do have a lawsuit. Shout out to Malcolm X's family.
Be careful, my brother.
All right. That's enough of that. Let's speak about the city of San Fran. All right, you guys know about the city of San Fran. If you guys know about the 40 acres and a mule, you guys know that they've been promising us this 40 acres and a mule. So reparations is a conversation that's amongst the government. Every city, every state is considering reparations. This is something that we've had on the table. We as Black people, we've never seen our reparations. All right, the Indians get their reparations and other nations get their reparations too, but we don't get no reparations for what we went through. As in, we know we speak of the Holocaust and what the Jewish community went through and everybody else, right? Yeah. So we don't get no exempts. We don't get no assistance in our trials and tribulations throughout this country. We know the Black struggle and the Black experience in America, as well as the rest of the world. So now, the city of San Francisco is giving out $5 million to the Black native residents of the city of San Fran. $5 million are taken into consideration. All right, that's reparations. So I know a lot of people probably thinking about they want to move over there. It's not going to work. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of scamming and things of that nature. But we can talk about it, right? Because I know I was thinking that I could probably move over there real quick. And how do I get a piece of that money too? And I'm pretty sure there's everybody else who's thinking that the same way. So this is going to be a little society and the economy is going to be kind of flopped right now. I don't know what's going on, but I don't know how that's going to work with one city of Black people and everybody got 5 million. There's going to be a migration. Cats is going to be going to Cali because it seems like Cali, San Fran is going to have the money. That's what I'm looking at. The streets, everybody in the streets is going to start packing their bags. Everybody in the streets is going to head to Cali. And that's how I'm feeling.
Yeah, but that is the value of the money in San Francisco going to go higher or lower?
Well, that's the bullshit. That's the
is the gas already high gonna go double?
Nah, that's what's the name. That's it's gonna be a lot of inflation. There's definitely gonna be a lot of inflation,
especially when if the majority of the community is Black or less Black. It depends on the ratio of Blacks in San Francisco. Depend on which side the inflation gonna fly on. You understand what I'm saying? If it's the majority community is Black and then they've been there past 10 years, of course, there's going to be a lot of money that has to be given back to the community. You know what I'm saying? And that means there's going to be a lot of money that got to be redistributed back through San Francisco. You know what I mean? Because they're going to want it to stay back in the community. They ain't going to be like, yo, you take this 5 million and you pack up and you move to Florida now. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be some type of stipulations behind it. It's gonna have to be some type of stipulations behind it. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna be like, oh, you take 5 million of our cash that we're giving you back, and you just get up out of here, and you take 5 million to move back to Africa or something like that. Whatever the concept they're trying to portray. No, you're gonna have to invest that same 5 million back into the community or into your block, your home, whatever, and build that up for the next generations to come. That's what I feel what it would be. It ain't even so much that you can enjoy the money, enjoy it. But your life of situation is going to change, of course. Yeah, it might be for a little better, but far as
I feel like the same way. I don't know. There's gonna be stipulations to it because you're not gonna be able to take that bread and just go do whatever you want.
mhm.
And I feel the same way. But at the same time, it's gonna be kind of like the PPP because remember they cannot anticipate certain things that people are gonna do with that money, right?
But same
So
way
once that
behind the
money touched their
PPP,
hands, there's so much things that there's gonna be so many different things that they didn't anticipate that they're gonna have to like after the fact try to regulate it. They're gonna
you
try to
feel me?
regulate it after the fact.
That same way with the PPP, how much people are in prison because they was thinking that, oh, this is going to help me out. Oh, I don't have to pay this back, or I don't have to do this with this and this and that. It was a loophole to send these people that didn't know no better into financial distress. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't actually use it to get yourself out of financial distress, you used it just to go to the strip club or go get you a Bentley for the weekend, that's on you, bro. You know what I'm saying? You didn't actually use it to help you save your home or save that vehicle that you was backed up on. That's on you. To help you keep working or help your business that was failing, that's on you, bro. You know what I'm saying? So now it's on what this 5 million actually is going to be good for in San Francisco for a black person.
$5 million, dog. 5 million, I don't know. But I don't know what 5 million is gonna do because at the end of the day, it's gonna be a lot of new whips. Everybody's gonna have Benzes and Beamers. Beamers and Benzes are gonna be very common in San Francisco. We could say that. Everybody's gonna be wearing designer clothes. We've seen what happened with the PPP loan. Everybody went and bought designer. So everybody's buying designer. Everybody's gonna purchase foreign vehicles. That's safe to say. Because when you touch that money, you know you've never seen that type of lifestyle before. So if you've never experienced that lifestyle before, you're definitely going to invest your money into things like that, things of that nature. That's proven already. We've seen that, like I said, with the PPP loan. So we know people are going to be doing stuff like that, right? And that's good that you said that because how many people are actually going to invest that money? How many people are actually going to take that money and invest that money if they were given $5 million? That's crazy. That's crazy, right? I remember somebody said something like this, like, if you distributed all the money in the world, all the rich people money in the world, and you distributed it right back out to the poor people, it would be a thing where the money eventually will go back into the pockets of the people that were meant to have it, right? So if you give everybody $5 million without a blueprint of how to invest that $5 million, how to properly distribute that $5 million,
it's gonna go right back to
it's gonna go right back into the economy.
Yeah, they think it's going back into the economy. It's going right back into the big boys' pocket. They just like, oh,
facts.
That's it. That's all we need to do to keep our face clean out here. All right, go ahead. Have that bread real quick. It's going to come back.
Right back. It's going right back into the system.
Because we own these companies that they got that they're going to spend on. You know what I'm saying? We own these companies. We own these clothing companies. We own these car companies. We own the realtor companies. So what they gonna do with the money?
So let's talk about it. Now you're right. Tosh in the comment section. So Tosh said this is the stipulations, right? This is the stipulations for the reparations in San Francisco. To be eligible for reparations, San Francisco residents must be 18 years or older, have been identified as Black or African American in public documents for at least 10 years, and meet 2 of the 8 additional criteria, including having been born or migrating to the city between 1940 and 1996, as well as showing proof of at least 13 years of residency, having been incarcerated by the failed war on drugs. What? Wait. See, that's what you're talking about, the stipulations she's talking about, right? So here we go again, because I had to reverse and bring that back. That stipulation sounded crazy right there, right? All right. So once again, including having born or migrated to the city between 1940 and 1996, as well as showing proof of at least 13 years of residency, right? Having been incarcerated by the failed war on drugs and being the direct descendants of someone who was being a descendant of someone who was, let me see. Or what? She ain't put the rest. All right. So you see the stipulations for the reparations. So you had to be a victim of the war on drugs, right? From 1940 to 1996. Migrated between those years. That's not too hard. That's a cool stipulation. I proof of at least 13 years of residency. That's not too bad at all. You feel me? That's not those two stipulations. I'm not against that. Okay, 1940 to 1996, cool. 13 years residency, cool. Having been, but where's the having been incarcerated? Having been incarcerated by the failed war on drugs, or being the direct descendants of someone who was being a descendant of someone who was.
Wow. So that means nobody's getting none, because the crack era was a major problem in San Francisco. Crack era was a major problem. So that means only like 1% of these people, 2% of these people, black people, are going to get some of this money. Wow. Or 10%. I could say 10%, not to be so disrespectful.
That's strange to me. That's strange. That's strange to me. Tosh got the rest of it too. Shout out to Edit Central. Sometimes I feel like the embodiment of the Harlem Renaissance and the progressive movement. See, I don't know too much about the Harlem Renaissance, to be honest with you, but I need to read up. I need to read up on that. All right. So Tosh gave with the rest of it. All right, here go the rest of the paragraph. Being a descendant of someone who was enslaved through U.S. chattel slavery before 1865, having been displaced between 1954 and 1973, or being a descendant of someone who did, being part of a marginalized group who was experienced lending discrimination in the city between 1937 and 1968, or formerly redined communities within the city between 1968 and 2008, according to the committee's plan. All right. So blase squaze, blah, blah, blah. So there's some stipulations to that. So like I said, everybody's not going to be eligible. But just to say this, to say the least, there's going to be a lot of money in the city of San Fran. So y'all can go ahead and start packing y'all bags if this happens, right? There's going to be a lot of opportunities out there, all right? So all you Jouet masters, you need to head out to San Fran, all right? Because I know that's what cats is going to eat at. That part be smart, you know what I mean? For the most part, the girls are gonna be acting bougie because those $5 million niggas is finna have all the hoes, no lie. Y'all ain't finna get no hoes out there, because the niggas with all the money right now is finna scoop up all the chicks, because not everybody's gonna have that 5 million. That part. So it's gonna be a little bit lopsided. All right. When you talking about the social scene. Fact though. All right. But for the Jouet masters, you guys are good. Everybody fly to San Fran and get a piece of that bread. There's gonna be a lot of opportunity, a lot of money out there. You know what I mean? So if you're an opportunist and you're an entrepreneur, you might be able to cipher some money out of that event. San Fran is gonna be on fire with a lot of money. That part. All right. Moving on to the next subject. What else we got up there, bro?
Which one? We've been talking about a lot for the day. Which one you talking about? We was talking about.
Let's talk about Jake Paul. All right, Jake Paul. You guys know about
JP.
Jake Paul.
What's up with JP, man? JP. I ain't talking about Morgan.
We ain't Logan even talking Paul and Jake Paul, the two brothers, the Paul brothers. All right. Y'all know about Jake Paul. Everybody knows Jake Paul. Jake Paul he's been fighting lately. You know what I mean? We see Jake Paul with his scrapping for the most part. And Jake Paul was surrounded by Floyd Mayweather. So Jake Paul was somewhere at an event in which he was surrounded by Floyd Mayweather and his entourage. All right? You know how Floyd Mayweather roll. If you guys ever seen Floyd Mayweather, his bodyguards, Floyd Mayweather bodyguards be humongous. Big bodyguards like 50 Cent, them type of bodyguards. Cats be like, I'm gonna say they be like 6'6", 6'8", round them parts.
We all
no
eating.
shorter,
Them boys
big
eating.
bodyguards.
Them boys
Fact
eating.
though. So with that being said, Jake Paul was out there. He got surrounded by Floyd Peoples, and Jake Paul took off running. That part. Pew! That part. Jake Paul seen Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather tried to surround Jake Paul, right? He went to go confront him. So this beef spawned from when Jake Paul took Floyd Mayweather's hat off of his head. All right. So ever since he took the man's hat off his head, the man had an issue with him.
Of course.
So therefore, in which Floyd Mayweather saw Jake Paul at an event in which he surrounded Jake Paul. All right. And he approached him, he confronted him. He said, "What's up with all that hat? What's up with all of that?" Jake Paul kind of like, he was standing there looking dumbfounded. You know what's up. All right. If you know, I'm gonna get into it in a little bit, right? But for the most part, shout out to Jake Paul. You smart, white boy smart. Because what he did what he was the wisest thing that he could have did.
You better run.
That's the best thing he could have did.
Yeah.
The best thing Jake Paul could have did was ran, in which he did. All right. And took off running from Floyd Mayweather.
Man, about to let 16 wildebeest pound on him, bro. Are you crazy?
Literally 16, 20 people surrounding him. He had to take off.
That's the ones that could probably just get to him, because I know it's like 50 or 60 of them, bro.
Yeah.
You know how that boy rolled. That boy rolled like a mini carnival.
That part.
Floyd Mayweather rolls like a mini carnival. Everywhere you go, you be like, yo, what is that moving, bro? That's just Floyd Mayweather and his clique. That's it, bro. A mini festival.
Mayweather. So Mayweather surrounded Jake Paul. All right, so that's some funny shit, because guess what now? Floyd Mayweather faced the same odds when Jay Prince and them surrounded Floyd Mayweather. You know, Jay Prince used to manage Floyd Mayweather back in the day. Jay Prince is a boxer, a manager. He's in the boxing industry. He manages boxing talent, right? So he surrounded Floyd Mayweather. I think that's when he was going by Pretty Floyd. I'm not sure.
Pretty boy Floyd.
Something like that. That part. He surrounded the same way. So I guess he gave him the same doses. You know, when somebody do something to you, like, you know what? He wised up to it. He gave him the same treatment. All right. So shout out to Jake Paul. Shout out to Floyd Mayweather. Let's continue, bro. I know you got something. Tell me something. Tell me something good.
What's up with Young Miami says she don't want to get married?
I know you're gonna pick that subject. All right. Young Miami says she doesn't want to get married. So this is the direction that women are going in 2023 and beyond, right? So this is the independent woman movement. This is the results, the repercussions of a hot girl summer. All right. This is that take care of me first. You gotta make sure that I'm straight before you straight. This is that coming up off of dudes, and your only objective is to financially come up off of a man, right?
Right.
So if you're always seeking it, every time a woman seeks out a man for financial gain, right? After a while, that becomes the only satisfaction, right? That becomes the only goal. So then guess what? A lot of times I see women are ending up with the money and without the relationship. So it's said to be in the future that a lot of women are going to be single. There's going to be a lot of rich women. There's going to be a lot of women with a lot of money in the future, but they're not going to be in relationships. So this is what Young Miami is preaching right now. So now women more so want to just have fun. They don't want to commit for life.
Oh, they on their Madonna. They on their Madonna. Girls just want to have fun.
Facts though. And I'm not going to speak for all women, because I know some women probably have their own opinion on this subject, right? But me, that's what I'm seeing is going in that direction. I'm pretty sure there's some women that probably are contrary to what I'm saying, and they prove otherwise, right? So there's an exception to everything. But I know me myself, when I see how women go on, I see a lot of women are going to be rich, but they're going to be rich and single. So that's what Young Miami saying. Young Miami saying, I'd rather be single. Let me tell you something. I see some women with their mothers. Their mothers are single. And you know how many women I've been around that be like, yo, I'm going to be single just like my mom? They look at the worst case scenario, they're going to be single just like their mother. All right? So this is what we're facing. That's what Young Miami is pushing, that agenda right now. Young Miami is She's all about her career. She's all about coming up. She's all about having fun. She's not sticking to one person. Now you keep playing games. Please keep playing games, and your real estate is going down. What you can provide and bring to a relationship as you get older, it loses value.
That's true.
Right? So they play the field. Women play the field. They come up. You know what I'm saying? They have this extravagant experience with different men, flying out the country, enjoying life, acquiring property and material things and vehicles and jewelry and all the extras, but they never really get that relationship that we all want, that family at the end of the day, someone to go home to.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of women, like I said, a lot of women are going to be single. A lot of women are going to be single in the future, but they're going to have money. There's going to be women that are rich in the future. The women are going to have the money, but they're going to be single. And you got to pick one of the two. All right. And I ain't going to stick on that one for too long.
No,
So let's move on.
Yeah. We got Tyler Perry engaging in purchasing Paramount's majority stake with BET.
Shout out to Tyler Perry.
And ownership in BET. That's what he's trying to do right now. That boy
Shout
trying
out
to
to
make
Tyler
some
Perry.
Superman power moves right now.
Facts,
he's trying to do them superpower moves right now. Ooh.
Facts though. Shout out to Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry and Puff Daddy trying to buy BET. And Puff wants to buy majority ownership of BET. You already know Tyler Perry money is very long. You know Puff Daddy is a billionaire. And it seems like Puffy has replaced Kanye West. And it's like all the opportunities are even more. It's like Puffy has even more opportunities. Puffy is the token black man right now. Anything that the world is like took Puffy, okay. Puffy is the ambassador for the black community right now when it comes to the world. He's the ambassador. So all the biggest opportunities are provided to Puffy. Puffy is that token black man. All right. Yeah, so you see Puffy's about to buy BT. Puffy's a billionaire, especially after Kanye West did what he did with all those anti-Semitic remarks. Kanye West got pushed to the side, and now Puffy is in position. Puffy is the black man, the token black man right now for the nation, for the world, the example. So they're gonna give Puffy all the opportunities. And you know Puffy don't rock no boat. You know Puffy cool with those people.
Yeah, boy. That boy do his thing. He's everywhere right now. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
He's been popping up a lot more lately in the news. That's all we could say. And you know when that's going down, he ain't even really got no product out.
Facts. Let's talk about the Sean Kemp. All right, Sean Kemp, big Sean Kemp. You guys remember those Sean Kemps? Those what's Sean Kemp sneaker? What's his Nike sneaker? The Commodore.
Nah, I think those were the Reeboks. Those was the Reeboks.
The Reeboks, yeah. What was the Reeboks name?
I forgot.
What was Sean Kemp's Reeboks name?
But them things
was the name of Sean Kemp's Reeboks?
I'm not even sure, but it was black and white. You know,
with green, black and white with green on them. Facts though, but listen, Sean Kemp did a drive-by the other day. All right, so your boy Sean Kemp, the NBA legend Sean Kemp, at this age is doing drive-bys. All right, facts though. Don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. Sean Kemp is doing drive-bys at this age, y'all.
He about that life, man. I guess
about that life, bro. And I don't know where to even go with that. I can't even dwell too much on that. I haven't seen Sean Kemp in years. Right? We don't see he's not a commentator. Sean Kemp, I don't see he don't have any kids that are like playing in the NBA. If I don't know, somebody tell me something. But Sean Kemp is an NBA legend nonetheless. And I haven't seen nothing from Sean Kemp in years. And now he re-emerges. He re-emerges doing a drive-by. Shout out to Sean Kemp though. Big A. I ain't even know Sean Kemp was gangster like that.
Hey man, you should have known he was gangster by the way he used to shoot in court. On the court.
Wait, shoot on the court. Definitely shoot on the court. That part. I guess we ain't gonna dwell too long on that. I guess we'll tell you guys more about Sean Kemp and his tirades. All right.
His tirades. That's what we call it nowadays.
All right. Shout out to Sean Kemp. Let's move on. There's something else too. Let's talk about something else in sports.
Oh, that would be the same way with
Oh,
John Morant.
Michael Jordan, and John
Oh,
Morant. Let's stick with
mhm.
sports. All right, Michael Jordan is selling the Charlotte Hornets. All right, he's gonna sell his portion. Well, he's gonna sell a portion of what he has of the still retaining some type of stake in the
Yeah.
ownership of the
Okay.
Charlotte Hornets. All right, Michael Jordan is expected to receive $1.77 billion
Hmm.
for that portion. And he originally
Wow.
he purchased it for 100 and is it 180 or 188
I
million?
think it was it 180? I think it was 188 million. I'm not sure. Don't shoot the messenger.
188 million.
If
All
we
right.
8 million off, I'm sorry, MJ. Don't shoot the messenger. Please don't.
So Michael Jordan. All right. More billions, Michael Jordan. I wonder how much billions Michael Jordan's worth right now. To be honest with you, I really want to know how much Michael Jordan's worth right now. His net worth, especially after this.
I think he's about his net worth for this year. I think he was like 3.6 billion.
3.6.
Yeah, 3.6 billion total. You know what I mean? That's just what he got in the bank. That ain't even assets wise and stuff like that. You know what I'm
MJ
saying?
on his way up, and we still rocking MJ's shoes. You heard?
I
MJ
think
making more money.
he's the number one athlete, selling athlete worldwide anywhere.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So shouts out to him.
Okay.
I think
I wanna know who's
Tiger
behind him.
Woods was right behind him.
Tiger Woods, most selling athlete.
Yeah, because you know that sport golf is a mug.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
especially when you're endorsed by Nike.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So shout out to Michael Jordan with the selling of the Charlotte Hornets. All right, get rid of them. That part, man. Stack your money. Who cares about the Charlotte Hornets? That part. Let's talk about John Morant. John Morant pulling out pistols. What's going on with John Morant?
Yeah, man. You know how that boy was in the strip club the other day. They said, don't shoot the messenger. They said he was in there with a pistol allegedly on camera, but they was like I think the manager of the strip club said that he feels sorry for the footage that was leaked because that was one of the best nights that his club has ever seen. You know what I'm saying? The dancer said, "Oh, he was a strictly gentleman in the club. He wasn't doing nothing out of character. I guess it was just the being the showing of the pistol and everything like that. That's what made it seem out of character for the NBA. But I guess otherwise, the manager and the owner of the strip club said he was very respectful. But other than that footage that was shown, I guess that's what he's gonna have to regret. Other than that, the money on the floor and everything like that, that's the usual thing for a young guy coming up. You know what I'm saying? So pistol in his hand and waving it around on social media. That was probably not his smartest move, but yeah.
John Morant. I don't know nothing about John Morant. All I know is John Morant has been on the news and he's been fired everywhere, all over the internet. John Morant on some gangster. I don't know. I
He's
don't
one
get
of
it.
the
I don't
hottest. He's
get it.
one of the hottest upcoming. If it was a top 10 player list in the NBA right now, he's in the top 10.
He's top 10 players in the NBA.
Yeah, he's in the top 10 right now. And he's a young cat. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what's hurting the NBA right now. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Heaven Set in the building. She said lessons of discipline. Lesson that one mistake can cost you things you can't come back from.
Oh yeah.
Lesson to always be vigilant, even in the midst of a good time. Facts though.
Straight up.
You know what I mean? Shout out to Heaven Set in the building. Hey, that part. But for the most part, John Morant right now is squandering his gift, right?
Mhm.
God gives you a gift, and it's like so many people let's just call a spade a spade. So many people would love to trade places with John Morant right now, right? He's having experience, a 1 in a million experience, a once in a lifetime experience playing in the NBA and having the talent that Most High possessed them with. So when you see John Morant acting like this, a lot of people are disappointed in John Morant. Now,
I think they said he's set to lose at least after this incident. He's
A
set to
lot
lose
of endorsements.
like
Yes. Yes.
$40 million, almost 40
Yeah.
million.
Yeah.
Almost 40
Yeah.
million.
Yeah.
And
That's true.
that don't wake you up, kid. I don't know what's gonna wake you up.
That's true. That's a fact, though. So a lot of people question John Morant's background too. Cause it's like if you grew up a certain way, you wouldn't jeopardize certain things like that. If you grew up a certain way, you would not jeopardize those type of opportunities. A lot of people believe that John Morant is from the suburbs and he's never lived this gangster lifestyle and he's just portraying this. And there's some evidence out there that could lead you to believe contrary to popular belief. Maybe he did live some type of gangsterism, but come on, bro. At the end of the day, the opportunity that you're squandering, you got to know if you come from a certain situation, you see all your homeboys around you with love and they envy you and they would love to be you. You should want to preserve that your career, right?
Do it properly,
So
man.
I don't get it how he's out the box and he's acting like that outside the box. Somebody need to pull his coattail. His uncle, whoever's his big brother, somebody need to pull his coattail.
Whoever he look up to, man, they need
Facts,
to tighten him up real quick, man, because that's a waste of talent and it's just a waste of time. That's just like getting a $1 million lottery ticket and just ripping it up. You know what I mean?
Facts.
What do you waste your time buying it for? Or even waste your time walking to the store to go get it for? It was worth nothing.
Facts,
It was
though.
crazy.
Heaven said, to whom much is given, much is expected. People gonna learn. Facts, though. All that situation, you pull out pistols, and nowadays cats be dying with pistols on them. So every time you pull out a pistol, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna end up on the good side of things. I've seen a lot of people in the streets have pistols on them and get killed, get shot. I've seen men that have their homeboys with pistols on them, and their homeboys don't shoot back, and they get killed or shot. You feel me?
That's real.
So, John Morant, somebody to pull his coattail, but let's not go on a tirade, right? I want to say this in John Morant's defense, he's very young. And when you that young, you're gonna abuse this new power that you have. You in the NBA, you have this money. What you say goes at this point. You drunk off of that power. Yeah. So John Morant is drunk off of the power right now.
Young man, you can't tell a young man nothing right now. You know. You can't tell a young man nothing right now, especially who got the just like you said, the money and the power. In his mind, he has the power. But you know what I mean? Just like even Carmelo Anthony said, Carmelo said he got pulled to the side by the NBA commissioner. Was like, yo, tell your homeboys they need to tighten up what they doing. He's like, what are you talking about? He's like, yo, I see everything. He said, I know everything you're doing. He's like, what? What are you talking about? What do you mean? He's like, yo, tell your homeboys tighten up. You think I'm paying you $100 million to not know everything that you're doing, bro?
Facts, though. And I heard what's the name? I think Steve. Didn't Steve? What's that man named? The commentator Steve, whatever his name, Steve, whatever. You know what his name, man? Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith said that the NBA has investigators. They in cahoots with the FBI,
CIA,
whatever agencies, alphabets. They in cahoots with that, right? So they do have the resources to find out what these cats are doing on a daily basis. That's true. That's facts, though. That's facts, though.
So when they want to sit there and they want to act like they don't, that's just like me saying it, just like you said. Your mom send you to the store with $100 bill. You're like, oh, where's my change? She gonna ask you for the receipt. So she know everything. You know what I'm saying? If everything don't add up on that receipt, she already know it's a lie. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna be like, oh, so okay, you said you did this, you did that, you did this. So what happened to this $4 right here? What? Well, you lying. Well, time to straighten you out. You feel what I'm saying? Same thing. What's going on with these kids in the NBA, man? You get this money invested in you. I need to know that my investment is straight. Even if you might have your own security guard, I got an extra security guard service that I'm paying to make sure you straight, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got to keep an eye on the money. You got to keep an eye on the money,
Facts. And
man.
I never thought about the NBA having those type of resources. But not gonna lie, you got $1 million, billion-dollar corporation. Of course, they got extensive surveillance, extensive they have their own private investigators, and they definitely in cahoots because that's the NBA. The NBA is the NBA and the NFL. That's the fabric of America. They have to be in conjunction with America and America's objective, right?
Of course.
But for the most part, Ja Morant is I just want to watch him play, to be honest with you. And I wish it wasn't so much of
kid
this, because
is
this is kind of
actually
distracting him.
okay. All right, I'm gonna give it to you like this. I know you just like you said, me and you is the same way, right? All right, he's the Allen I of this era.
That's what they're saying. I never even sat there and watched them play, to be honest with you. I never seen the man play, to be honest with you.
He's the Allen I of this era. He's the Allen Iverson of this era.
I see people compare him to a lot of people.
And I know you've seen Allen Iverson play.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? The same, the nice movements and this and that. Yeah, he's the Allen I of this era right now. If I was to say, based on my opinion, don't shoot the messenger. He is the Allen I of this era. That man is actually nice. He has ups. He has everything. He does it all. He does it all.
So what is he? Temporary suspended right now?
Yeah, for these 8 games till they figure out
temporary suspended.
Yeah, from his franchise to understand what they're gonna do with his if they're gonna do it indefinitely for the season, but he's definitely losing these $40 million that he was supposed to receive at the end of this season. You know what I'm saying? Part of his contractual agreement. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely going to lose those $40 million for whatever incident partake in the strip club, we shall say. So, yeah. Shouts out to that young cat, man. I hope he, just like you said, I hope he gets his mind right. I think he's in rehabilitation, trying to figure out what he's going to do with himself.
Who that? Who that?
Ja Morant. And I hope, hopefully it works out for the kid, man, because he's actually talented. He's actually a talented kid, man.
Shout out to Gary Grizzy Pasco.
Yo, what they do, my brother? What they do?
That part, for the most part, he said if you're talking about Ja, they got to give him that Gilbert Arenas treatment. That part.
That's my brother. Yeah.
That part.
Yeah. Talk that. You
that part.
Me?
That part. Ja Morant, the beast right now. He's a beast, but he need to calm down, though, with all the gangsterism. To be honest with you, he need to calm down, because at the end of the day, he's a star. He's not getting away with no crime. When you that known, you celebrity, you ain't getting away with no crime. Paparazzi follows you for a living.
We listening to too much NBA YoungBoy and too much Kodak right now. You know, he's still a gremlin. You know what I mean? He knew the perk was fake, but he still ate it.
Because he's a gremlin. Part.
Yeah, gremlin.
I knew the perk was fake,
but I still ate. But I still ate. Cause I'm gremlin.
That part. Still ate it because I'm a gremlin. Ja got talent, facts. But if Gil got it, I think 50-game suspension, he got to get the same. So Gilbert Arenas got a 50-game suspension?
Yeah. You remember that?
So you're trying to say he should get the same treatment?
I think he should actually get worse, because I'm going to keep it real with you. He's supposed to learn from examples, man. And these cats they're supposed to be, all right, put it like this. If he actually said, I'm not a role model, then I would get it. But they are portraying like they are role models to these next generation of kids, my kids, your kids, the next people's kids. And when they look up to these kids, they think that's how they're supposed to act out in public. You know what I'm saying? They think that's how life actually is, and life is not actually like that, because your parents had to work that 9 to 5 to make sure you got to that Boys and Girls Club to shoot that basketball hoop. You understand what I'm saying? To get somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But they don't actually look at that point. They look at it from the fact that, oh, we just made it. We made it. Nah, your parents actually looking at you like, whew.
I did a good job. Embarrassing his peoples like that. But to his defense, though, keep in mind, to his defense, you know what I mean? I know people are not gonna agree with me. They're gonna be like, dog, you an enabler, right? Because I hate to be an enabler. I hate to be the person that always has sympathy for the cat that can't get right. Mr. Can't get right, right?
No,
But
long
he's
as it
young
makes
though.
sense. Long as
He's
it
young,
makes
so you
sense.
got to give him room to grow. So hopefully that he learns his lesson and he grows fast. Because I don't want to see him continue with that same behavior, to be honest with you. I hope he's not one of them troubled NBA players that's just gonna always be in the tabloids for some weird shit. You feel me?
Right.
I'm
And that's
hoping that.
the exact direction that they're trying to put these kids in. You know what I mean? Remember, this is the real social media network. This is the social media era. Gilbert Arenas ain't gonna get it how this man gonna get it right now. You can actually turn crazy from seeing your face and everything, people laughing at you and making jokes about you just by opening your phone. You know what I'm saying? This man can open his phone and see some critical, harsh jokes about him to make him want to harm himself, because this is the social media era. This ain't the era where you could just literally, you know what I mean? It's stuff out there. The same way I seen a meme the other day with Gilbert Arenas, John Morant, and Sean Kemp in the car from doing the Ricky scene from Boys in the Hood. You understand what I'm saying? They got Sean Kemp holding the shotgun and John Morant holding it.
That
You understand
part.
what I'm saying? Doing the Ricky scene from Boys in the Hood.
That part, reenactment.
But these three basketball players. Now just imagine that.
Gangster.
Yes, gangster. It's funny, it's hilarious, but it's just imagine if you know the actual disappointment you put your peoples through and this and that. Your family got to look at this.
Now I wouldn't put Sean Kemp. If you know Sean Kemp ain't never. Sean Kemp somebody was playing with Sean Kemp bitch. I'm not gonna lie. There probably was some shit about his bitch. Somebody was playing with Sean Kemp family or playing with Sean Kemp's money. It had to be something personal, some family business. Because I don't think Sean Kemp really moved like that.
The difference is with Sean Kemp is a grown man. Do you understand?
That's what I'm saying. So some grown man issues.
It's a difference. Sean Kemp wasn't flashing no gun like I'm balling.
Facts though. Yeah.
Nah, who you playing with, boy? You playing with me? All right, bop, bop, bop. Light your ass up. That's what it was about with Sean Kemp. Your boy was on some we getting money out here. You feel me?
That's Ja Morant. That's what I'm saying. Ja Morant was on some kid shit. You feel me? So he's on some. He's hyped up. He just feels controlled, and he wants to act up. And he want to act like his generation. That's his generation, right? But same time, the only thing is, this is Ja Morant's issue. If he was a regular black kid, if he was a regular black person without the talent that he possessed, and he didn't have that celebrity, then he would just be the average person just going through the emotions, right? It's for the fact that they said heavy is the head that wears the crown. It's because the position that he plays, he holds more responsibility. So the blood is heavier on his head for anything that he does. He's under a microscope. You feel me? But he ain't no different than, I'm pretty sure all his homeboys act like that. The cats that he hang around with, if he hang around cats like that in the hood, that's how they act. You feel me? So that's how I feel about Ja Morant.
That's actually true.
Ja Morant's under a microscope, so everything that he does, he's gonna be ridiculed for, right? He's gonna be scrutinized for that part. But for the most part, he needs to slow down a little bit. Somebody needs to put little bruh under the wing and tell Ja, relax. Allen Iverson need to go check him. Some of the bad boys of the NBA, maybe Shaq should go speak to him. You feel me?
Look, little kid, you're doing dumb shit.
That part.
Tighten up.
Get
to the money. Get the endorsements. Then you do it after.
Because Shaq is a big dude, and Shaq is super respected. So if Shaq goes to speak to that man, he's gonna look up to Shaq and he's gonna hear Shaq's word. You know, Shaq got the deep voice too, so that deep voice is kind of gonna be like a little intimidating, but at the same time, it's gonna be
that boy
a man speaking to you. You feel me?
Sean Kemp definitely been about that life, man. They can't look at Sean Kemp like he ain't been about that life. That boy.
What's the name? Nah, Sean Kemp been about that life. Because you remember Sean Kemp, when Sean Kemp used to be on the court and Sean Kemp used to argue, Sean Kemp never played with nobody.
He never played with nobody. What?
No, wait up. Did Sean Kemp swing on somebody in the NBA?
I think he was done push
He
somebody.
he swung on somebody back in the day.
He mushed a couple cats in there already. He mushed a couple of characters already. You know what I mean?
Sean Kemp swung on somebody back in the day. But shout out to Sean Kemp. Nonetheless, shout out to John Morant. Nonetheless, you feel me?
Shout out, man. Nonetheless, man.
That's it with the sports, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, listen, Adrian Broner seen with Don King. That part, all right. So y'all know who Don King is. Don King is the great manager. Don
Only in
King.
America.
All right,
only in
America.
Only
that
in
part.
America.
Don King known for managing Mike Tyson and a list of other A-list boxers. All right. So you know, Adrian Broner.
He's about to get to the bag.
Shout out to Broner, about to get to the bag. Took a picture with Don King at the table. I guess they were signing a contract. Oh, Tank and Ryan Garcia. Facts though. Shout out to Gary Grizzy. Listen, this is a big one too. Tank and Ryan Garcia. All right. So with Tank, you know Tank just left Mayweather Promotions. So Tank is no longer with Mayweather Promotions, right? So you got Tank. Tank is known for power. Tank is known for being a power hitter. They call Tank the lightweight Mike Tyson. He's knocking everything out, putting it to bed, putting it to sleep. Night.
Is that them UFC characters or boxers?
Nah, boxers. I'm talking about. What you mean? I'm talking about. No. Oh, listen. I'm talking about what's his name? Your people just said that. Sean. What's his name? Javante and Garcia.
Oh. That's the character you're talking about, man. You're talking about yeah, man. I know you're talking about now, man.
Hold on.
I thought you was talking
Tank and Ryan Garcia.
I thought you were talking about the dude who kicked the other dude in his kneecap the other day in like a split second and just broke his kneecap.
Nah. I'm talking about Ryan Garcia and Tank. Tank. All right, so boom. So Tank. So you know Tank was with Floyd Mayweather Promotions. So Tank is a highly sought after top prospect in the boxing arena. All right, so you guys know about this guy. He knocks people out. He's lightweight, but he be knocking dudes out like a heavyweight, right? They call him the mini little Mike Tyson for the most part. So now this guy, he's supposed to fight Ryan Garcia. Now, this is the discrepancy. Ryan Garcia is a power hitter too. Spanish dude. So they kind of faced off the other day. They had a weigh-in, I think, right? And in which they faced off. So now Ryan Garcia, he's a power hitter, and Garcia's like that. But this is the issue. Now you're starting to see Tank starting to fight people that he was supposed to fight. The thing was when he was signed to Mayweather, you know how Mayweather does it. Mayweather, when you fight for Mayweather Promotions, you might not necessarily fight the competitor that the people want to see you fight. Right? Because usually when we match up opponents according to their power, you know what I'm saying? Different aspects, different dynamics, something that we feel like would be a great fight for the matchup, right? So Mayweather never gave him those big looks, those certain fights. So this is the one fight that they been. This has been in the works. Been in the works. Now he's finally gonna fight Ryan Garcia. So now they faced off the other day, you know, Tank Davis and Tank. I think he touched the man's cheek and he did something. He touched him back. They was doing some silliness, some touching each other back and forth. But this is gonna be a serious fight. Fact though. All right, so this is what your people said. Ryan is more technical fighter in opinion, but Tank has been known to get under his opponent's skin to where they forget about the game plan. It's gonna be a good fight. All right, so for the most part, he's saying that Tank is going to get inside his head. Ryan Garcia, you know, but he's going with Ryan Garcia, it seems like. So what you saying? You going with Garcia? Who you going with, Tank or Garcia?
I'm going to have to go against my homeboy on this one, man. Just like you say, man.
Tank?
Yeah, I might have to go with Tank, man.
You going with Tank?
Yeah.
Tank is the knockout artist, bro.
I'm
pretty sure when everybody do their bids, I don't know how the bids go because I'm not a gambler, right? But I'm pretty sure everybody is the odds is with Tank. It's probably everything on Tank and less.
Okay, say no more. Right
yeah, I know that for fact. So that's what I was asking your man Gary.
Yeah, I'm going with Tank too.
Going with Tank.
Yeah, I'm going with Tank too, bro.
So me myself, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm going with Tank too.
Yeah. I'm just keeping it real.
I'm going with Tank too.
5 or 6 round Tank. Yeah, I feel like that. I feel that you being. I was actually thinking 3rd or 4th.
Third or fourth.
3rd or 4th.
Nah, to be honest with you, I'm not thinking this fight. I'm thinking this fight could okay.
I was thinking
the odds of it could be a short fight, right? Let's talk about it. The Tank's power. So if Tank hits Garcia, obviously you know there's a what's the name? There's a chance, right, that he can get knocked out early just off the power of Tank. Let's be honest, we have to take into consideration Tank's power. He's a knockout artist. He's just like Tyson. He's just like him. The Tank, I'm not gonna say all the way because remember, Tyson could knock you out first round quick. I don't know how many first round knockouts that Tank has, but Tyson definitely has a lot of first round knockouts. So I can't give it to him like that. But in the same regard, they knock out artists and then they get them out of there early. So there's a good chance, but you got to take in consideration Garcia's power.
Yeah, remember, just like we say, man, let me tell you this. I've seen you personally as my brethren and as my dog. And by the 2nd round, you definitely trying to knock the dude out. You feel me? Because that 1st round for you be that fill out round. Because by the end of that, you be like, oh man, I got this, man. If he really ain't even touch you a certain way that you feel, and you be like, oh, yeah, I felt that. Let me back up a little bit. Let me rest a little bit for the 2nd round. Let me rest up for this 3rd round. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you coming back in that 2nd round, you like, oh yeah. I'm gonna do you in right now. I ain't even gonna play with you no more. You feel what I'm saying?
You talking about me personally?
I'm just talking about you personally.
Me personally, I'm a first round. Let me tell you something.
Yeah, you're gonna feel him out.
If I can't knock you out in the first round, and hit you with something, right? Then after that 2nd round,
then
I'm gonna test you out.
Test you out. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I say first round, you're gonna give them a couple of that. How that feel? And see how it affects them. You feel me? You ain't gonna give them the full-fledged one. You feel me? You gonna give them that how that feel. If they feel it, they be like,
facts though.
And they collapse a little bit. Oh, you like, oh yeah, I got you.
Facts though. I want you to feel my strength. I want you to feel my strength initially.
You feel me? Yeah, man.
Initially, I want you to feel my strength. All right. So Gary say, nah, first couple rounds is a fill you out unless they just start swinging like crazy. Facts though.
You see?
Nah, how that shit gonna go? How they're gonna go? You never know. But at the same time, I don't know because I'm not a big expert on Tank, so I don't know if Tank comes out of the gate swinging like that. Nor does Ryan Garcia. But for some reason, I feel like Garcia is gonna come out at Tank, a little bit, not necessarily reckless, but aggressive, right? I think he's gonna be a slightly aggressive, to be honest with you, because I feel like Ryan Garcia wants to show Tank that he possesses that power that Tank has never experienced. You know, let me say this, right? Let me say this. When you're a big person, you have a lot of strength, right? There's a okay, I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna give you a big example, right? Because you know I'm a street fighter extraordinaire. I've been in the streets and seeing different people. The short people fight, tall people fight, fat people fight, slim people fight, weak people fight, strong people fight, skillful people fight, less skillful people fight. And all parties have won in some type of scenario that you think that they probably wouldn't have won, right? So now you got a lot of tall people. You got gentlemen that are like 6. You got niggas that's like 6'5". You got niggas out here that's like 6'5", right? Their whole life, every person that they ever stepped to was scared to respond to them, right?
Yeah.
And every person that they ever fought, they was more stronger than. So they never really had to learn how to defend themselves. They've always been aggressive. They've always been on the offense.
Beautiful analogy,
now,
brother.
When you see tall people, you see these strong people when they meet somebody of their same caliber. Initially, if they meet somebody of that same caliber, 9 times out of 10, they're gonna lose.
Right.
Because they don't meet people of the same caliber as them.
And just like you said, they're not used to somebody attacking them.
No, because they might be a bully. So they always they size people up. Shout out to what's in the building. Shout out to what's in the building. Shout out to God Be Gang. I think that's my boy Charlemagne. That's why I don't play with Lord Zoe. Facts though. That's my dog Charlemagne until they meet someone like me. Facts though. That's my dog, boy. Charlemagne, yeah, but facts though. You feel me? You got a lot of people that are strong that they never met somebody of the same strength. So they underestimate people. And when they do fight somebody of the same strength, they lose because they never develop the skill to fight somebody of the same caliber. When you're a person that's big of nature, you can aggressively approach your opponent, right? There's not going to be too much how would you say repercussions to moving forward. But when you find somebody the same caliber and the same strength, you have to be a little bit more
you gotta
skillful,
be a little more aware,
a little bit more patient, a little bit more conscious, right? Use a little bit more discretion when approaching that individual. But when you're just a big person, you find somebody small, you can just keep walking forward and giving them the beats, right? There's not that much skill involved in that. The skill is really in the defense, not the offense. Right? Because given the right opportunity, you're gonna get your punches off, given the right opportunity, right? But then how about somebody who's skillful? You gotta learn how to defend yourself also. You gotta know how to defend yourself.
Wisdom. That's wisdom, bro.
That part. All right, so listen, let's talk about this right here. Let's talk about Putin. Okay, so the ICC, that's the International Criminal Court. All right, the International Criminal Courts, they have a warrant out for Vladimir Putin. All right, Vladimir Putin, the Russian president, they have a warrant out for him. I never knew that you could even put out a warrant for a president. Let's just start with that. I would think there was a more stronger political term for a warrant for a president. I would never think that the word warrant would even be used in the same conjunction of president, like warrant for president, right?
You know, impeached,
something like that, to that nature. Something impeached, something that sounds a little bit more confidential, a little bit more, political, right?
How they be talking about our presidents and stuff like that.
Facts. So they got a warrant for Putin. So it's part of, now this is a branch, right? A subsidiary of the United Nations, right?
You know, when they say warrant, it just sounds like this man is on an episode of Bad Boys or something. You know what I'm saying?
So it make Putin sound like the common criminal.
Yeah, we're going to Russia to go look for Putin, and then
a warrant for Putin.
We got a warrant for him. We're gonna knock on his door and see if he's there. If he's not there, we're gonna check the next house. That's
one of the richest men in the world. They got a warrant for Putin. Vladimir Putin, right? So now they're saying that Vladimir Putin has something to do with mishandle of children coming out of the Ukraine, smuggling kids. I don't know. Let me not say too much. Go into what's there. Did I send that to you? Let me see.
No.
Let me see that. Shout out to Tosh. Tosh is the one that gave me this news right here, right?
You know,
shout out to Tosh.
She's our political analyst on the low.
Big up to Tosh, man. Hold on.
Our political analyst on the low.
All right. So this is what's going on right here with Vladimir Putin, okay? The International Criminal Courts, ICC, on Friday issued an arrest warrant for Russian President Vladimir Putin and Russian officials Maria, I don't know his name, Belova, for an alleged scheme to deport Ukrainian children to Russia. The court said that they are reasonably grounds to believe that Mr. Putin bears individual criminal responsibility for the alleged crimes for having committed them directly alongside others, and for his failure to exercise control properly over civilian and military subordinates who committed the acts, right? And all those political forms, blase, squaze. So this is the main part that I'm looking at that caught my eye, right?
Right.
When they're speaking about the children. Okay. Alleged scheme to deport Ukrainian children to Russia. Deporting Ukrainian children to Russia. So what does that mean? What does that mean? He's deporting, so he's illegally deporting Ukrainian children. So he's bringing back Ukrainian children to Russia.
Basically, he's imprisoning them over there. And trying to, I guess he's making that for negotiation tactics through his war. Because remember, they still fighting.
What you're saying, see, I didn't even make sense of that. To be honest with you, I didn't even think that far, but you're not lying. That's one scenario. So he's using those kids as collateral, as a bargaining tool.
Yeah. That's what
crazy.
it actually is, bro. That's all it
That's
actually is
crazy.
right now.
Ukrainian children being deported to Russia. Now, that's crazy. That's crazy. So
It's
this
so
is
wild.
so this is the what's the name? The International Criminal Courts, right? So this is a subsidiary of the UN, the United Nations. Now, when you're speaking about the United Nations, so I'm wondering like who's gonna be part of this and who's not gonna be part of this. This is very political.
It's a very diverse map. You know what I'm saying? Because the International Criminal Court, it has different states and parties that's included in the map. You know what I mean? It's South Africa. You know what I mean? America obviously is part of it. You know what I mean? There's the UK. There are what you call it states that's basically they don't have no say so. They go by the say so of the yellow states, the green states. It's all types of complications that as a normal citizen of any one of these countries, we would have to do our well homework to understand where we living at and how we're supposed to be living. You know what I'm saying? And pay attention to where we living at because it's a real serious situation. Real serious situation.
Okay. That part be smart. All right, man. We about to close it out, but there's a few more things. Shout out to South Beach. You guys will be able to drink more on South Beach. All right, they done extended the limit for you guys to drink on South Beach. Though I do not indulge in South Beach no longer, you guys can still go out there and have your fun. All right. Like I said, they extended the hours. Beyond that, there's really not much that we have here that I'm seeing other than that. Shout out to the people in California and all those extreme things that are happening in California with all the rainfall and everything. There's something here as to where 100 Californians still have no power as storms whip hurricane force winds, flood homes, and threaten 25 million people in other states. Daily rainfall records were shattered Tuesday in Los Angeles, Santa Barbara, and Santa Maria. The deluge will keep hitting Southern California on Wednesday before moving east, threatening 25 million people in the central U.S. All right. So shout out to all the people in California going through all that rain. I know you guys are not probably particularly familiar with that and stuff like that, but we in Florida, we are very, very, very acclimated to rain and floods and stuff like that, right? But nonetheless, prayers with the people in California. That part, all right. Oh yeah, shout out to Tosh. She did say that U.S. drone that was shot down in Russia. That part, thank you, Tosh. Okay, guys, there was a U.S. drone shot down by Russian army. Let's go into this.
Oh, is that the Black Sea? That was
The
over
Black
the
Sea.
Yeah.
Facts though.
Yeah.
Facts though. Hold on. Okay. All right, the Russian downing of a U.S. drone over the Black Sea on Tuesday has prompted a diplomatic spat and race to recover some highly classified technology. Defense Secretary L.O.T.S vowed on Wednesday that the U.S. aircraft will continue to fly and to operate wherever international law allows. One day after Russian aircraft hit the U.S. drone over the Black Sea, forcing... Wait one moment. Hold on. Reading this. Wait one moment.
Nah, we here, man.
Hold on.
We here, man. We paying attention. That's all we could do.
Hold on. No, because what's the name? All right. What was that? Spat. Okay. Recover some highly classified technology. Defense Secretary L.O.T.S vowed on Wednesday that the U.S. aircraft will continue to fly out to operate wherever international laws allows. One day after Russian aircraft hit the U.S. drone over the Black Sea, forcing it to be brought down in international waters. That part. All right.
Yeah.
God damn. Going through that damn messenger, put my finger on the messenger, and that thing just highlighted and started doing some more
shit. All
right. So for that part, all right, you guys, this is the end of the L.O.T.S. Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast. Grrr, bow. Episode number 24. You know what it is, all right? You guys make sure you guys watch this. I'm gonna leave it up until Monday, but I'm gonna take this down too. So I need you guys to go ahead and go to YouTube and make sure you guys subscribe to L.O.T.S Approved Media channel, and you guys can look at the other episodes. This is episode number 24, and I go by the name of L.O.T.S Approved. All right, this is the L.O.T.S Approved Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 24.
Don't shoot the messenger.
Introduce yourself for the last time, Planet.
I goes by the name of Planet. God damn it, free G5. You already know what time it is. Rest in peace to my baby girl Destiny. You already know what it is, man. Until next time, we're gonna have a enjoy life. Yeah,
facts. That part.
Pow,
nigga, we out.
Yeah, we out.